substantial. The 6-footers will be north of Muskegon, Pentwater area up around Ludington, but still, that's dangerous swimming conditions. So that's why the National Weather Service has issued a beach hazard statement along the lakeshore, also a small craft advisory. In a nutshell, the farther north you go, the bigger likelihood of the waves. And also, we could see some thunderstorm activity moving in this evening. Beach conditions. It isn't just today. Behind the front tomorrow and Wednesday, it looks quite breezy, and waves are going to continue to produce unsafe conditions at the lakeshore next 3 days as it appears. Okay, current temperature out there right now, pretty comfortable. Low dew point readings out there. Notice how those dew points kind of pool up along the cold front that's moving through the north central plains. They're in the 60s and 70s, and that's where we find most of the thunderstorm activity right now. High pressures off to the east of us, off to the west of us. You can see that cold front making progress across Minnesota. That thunderstorm activity out ahead of it. So what develops upstream later on today is something we'll have to closely monitor, because a lot of that will try to make its way across West Michigan. The question is, in what form? Is it going to be, strong thunderstorms? Are they going to be weakening? So we'll keep a close eye on that. And until that front moves through, we'll have a chance of any thunderstorm popping up through the overnight. Even tomorrow morning, it could be some leftover thunderstorms around the Battle Creek area and Coldwater. This is kind of interesting. This one of the forecast models actually has a few showers popping up, fairly light, tomorrow evening. That is a possibility. We'll put about a 20% chance. You can see the deficit we're running. It's close to 2 inches across the area. This is Grand Rapids. And in the past 15 days, we've only had 6/100 of an inch of rain. So if you have brown spots in your yard, that's why.
We do.
Yep, I do too. Even with a sprinkler. You can see exactly where my sprinkler hits and where it doesn't. Yeah, not a lot of rain. This is one forecast model. I hope it's wrong. I hope it gives us this. I'm going to show you another one. I say that because this other one is much wetter, and that would bring in some really beneficial soaking rains area wide. But the other one, the first one I showed you, is usually more correct. So we'll just put the range about 1/10 of an inch to around 1/2 an inch at this point. Severe weather threat, it's there. Storm Prediction Center has us still in the slight risk area, really throughout much of lower Michigan. And on the other side of the lake, it's a 3 out of 5 category where we see a storm initiation. So that's why I think it's so important to look west of us later on today or so. Tune in Storm Team 8. Sarah and also Ellen will be able to track those storms into our area. What you typically see with lines of thunderstorms, it's the high wind threat, straight line winds, although hail can't be ruled out either, or even an isolated tornado. 8-day forecast. Here you go. The last time we had back-to-back days in the 70s for highs was way back in late June. It's been a little while for that. Notice those overnight lows down in the 50s. So open up those windows.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Mm-hmm. Give the air conditioner a little bit of a break. And then next weekend, we start heating up things again. Some of the forecast models by Sunday have it right around 90 degrees, a little humid. And then a sharp cold front goes through, and that will represent another chance of rain later Sunday into the Monday time frame. But right now, the bulk of the weekend looks really nice. And here's that temperature outlook. I always like to look beyond the 8-day, and it has the center of the heat right over pretty much southern Rockies, Dallas, Central Plains. Will be a little bit above average as it appears. And hopefully this is right, where we get at least average amounts of rain.
So for the temperatures, did you say it was going to be above average?
A little bit.
Okay.
Although when I looked at the latest forecast models, it looked to me it would be about average to below average. So I don't think we're going to see a great deal of heat.
So I have
in that 8 to 14 days. I don't see any 90s once we get beyond next weekend.
Okay.
For a while, at least.
I'm in an outdoor wedding in August, in early August.
Yeah.
Just wondering how much everyone's going to be sweating in the Benton Harbor area.
Okay. Yeah, those outdoor weddings are always tricky.
That's a tough time, but I was hoping that we'd get lucky.
Well, it's a warm time of year. I mean, even if you had 70s, it wouldn't be too bad, I suppose.
No, that would be great.
Yeah,
I'd
right.
take that.
Yeah, you don't want to overheat, do you?
No. Big news today in Kalamazoo, breaking ground on this project that's been a long time in the making. Yep, there we go. So Karina was there this morning, and this is what she was telling us about this project and how it might affect you.
Today marks the start of that $21 million transformation here on Kalamazoo Avenue. The city says the work is going to start on Westonage Avenue and move one block at a time with the goal of creating a safer, more connected road throughout the downtown area. The project includes improvements both above and below ground, like the road being resurfaced and converted into two-way traffic. You'll also notice new sidewalks and new traffic signals, as well as a replacement of the existing water main. Now, the drivers should expect changes. One lane of Kalamazoo Avenue will stay open, and there will also be alternative routes through Ransom and North Street. Another important note, the downtown businesses will stay open throughout this construction process. You're encouraged to continue visiting and supporting them as the project continues. The city says most downtown destinations can be reached through Rose Street. That's where shoppers will find parking and access to businesses. City leaders will be here to break ground later this afternoon at 3 p.m., and the whole project is set to wrap up sometime in 2028. For Daybreak Plus in Kalamazoo, I'm Karina Prieto with News 8.
All right, quick check of gas prices. So these are just some of the prices in the area, but the average in Michigan has shot up in the last week, more than 20 cents. It's now $4.15 a gallon for Michigan, and it's up to $4 a gallon nationally, which is 13 cents higher than last week. So that's what we have for gas prices. And we have more to get to here coming up on Daybreak Plus. Tom Hillen's gonna join us and talk about Yesterdog, celebrating 50 years and how you can join the celebration. That's next. Welcome back to Daybreak Plus. We have Tom Hillen in the house. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, happy to be here on a Monday.
It is Monday. You're not wrong.
How did we find ourselves here yet again?
On Monday?
I know, it's just is like, those weekends go by. Michigan summer weekends go by faster than, I think like time speeds up.
I think so,
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Okay.
It's a thing if we say it's a thing.
If that's right. Hey, we're on the internet.
Especially when there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you're fitting in all the things you want to do
I know, and I
outside.
did a lot this weekend.
Well, you were outside in the pool while watching this, right?
While watching the World Cup, hauled a TV out there and put the Roku on and floated and watched, and you couldn't always see it all the time.
Sure, but you could hear
half
it.
the fun of watching these matches are listening to the announcers. They are so animated.
Oh, I love the crowd singing though.
I was like, obviously comparing it to American football, and I'm just like, the crowd is so activated and animated and constantly making noises and singing. And I mean, and it was kind of funny. I was watching it with a lot of, people that have never watched soccer ever before. They're like, this, that. I'm like, you have no idea what's going on, first of all.
I do think that's interesting. All of the new soccer fans who
Yes.
don't even really know all the rules. And by the way, I do not proclaim to understand.
Oh, and I do not either. But they were talking about how these guys, they're flopping down. And I'm like, these guys have been on the pitch, right?
On the pitch.
Running for 90 minutes, and the one guy's 39 years old. I can
The
barely
one
run.
guy, Lionel Messi, that
That
guy.
one, yeah. That guy. I can barely run for 5 minutes.
And the fact that you had a full game with no score, and then you go to extra time.
Right, 30
and you get
minutes.
someone fresh off the bench.
Yep.
Who's not as tired as those guys who've been running around there. Yeah.
Well, and then Argentina played the last 30, 40 minutes, a man down.
Yeah.
Because they got the red card.
They also didn't. They had,
I think
one
one
shot on goal,
one
and
shot on
Spain
goal.
had. It was their 20th shot on goal.
Yes. Well, and they took the one goal back from them as well because the guy was barely.
So I was confused about that because I was listening to this on the
offsides,
radio,
right?
and everybody got like. I was like, "Oh, there's a goal finally," and then I was like, "Oh, there's not a goal. I don't know what happened."
I think he was offsides because they showed an animation, and it was like his right shoulder and part of his elbow were over the line
that moves based on where the defenders are.
Yeah. So, but it was so fun watching. So, congratulations to Spain.
There you go. Here's the crowd last night at Van Andel Arena where they had the big watch party, and we talked to the two organizers who are both with soccer organizations in Grand Rapids.
I think it speaks to the growth of the sport, the World Cup, and for us as AC Grand Rapids, we want to bottle that up and see how we can take that along with us as we build going into our inaugural season next year in 2027.
So yeah, big crowds last night.
Yeah, you love to see it.
And you know what? I wondered how well attended this would be after they moved it from the amphitheater to Van Andel.
It clearly looks several thousand people.
Yeah, they still had plenty of people.
Yeah, it looked like they filled up the whole lower bowl. So
okay, 50 years of Yesterdog, the hot dog shop, celebrating that 5 decades, and they have a lot going on as part of the celebration.
They sure do.
So it's all week they'll have different things that you can do. Look at all those photos.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday is the official 50th anniversary date. Tomorrow, I am going to this event, the meet and greet with American Pie screenwriter Adam Hers, because if you've watched that movie,
I have. That was like our
the dog shop, I think is the name. But it's based off of Yesterdog, and obviously they, filmed several scenes in Grand Haven as well as at Yesterdog. So he's a West Michigan native, so he's coming back. It's sold out, which is great. It's at the Wealthy Street Theater, so they're going to be doing a screening of American Pie. And actually, the new owners of Yesterdog, they just took over earlier this year, or late last year. Lisa's brother wrote a theme song for them, and he will perform that live.
That's awesome.
On Tuesday and also on Thursday when they have their event at Yesterdog.
Trino, the magician, is featured Wednesday. He's been on Daybreak Plus and Daybreak before.
Yes.
So
He's
you have to
phenomenal.
Search that up.
Yep.
If you want to see
so
that.
he'll be there.
That's
and then
pretty
I
cool.
do believe also on Thursday they are doing their rollback dog prices, so you can get a hot dog for $1.50 in person, limited to 3 per person.
Okay, because I know we're running out of time with
I
you.
talk too much.
Oh, I knew this was going to look weird.
Okay. I don't know what looks weird about that at all.
Yeah, what looks weird? Nothing. Nothing looks weird about this. I'm going to fix it. So
Okay.
Bear with me. But what this is a Dust NATO at Henley Field, Southern Little League. And thank you to Brinlin Klosterman for sending that in.
Look at that.
But this was yesterday, so
Okay.
the wind got it just right. It was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kudos for getting that on film. Look at the catcher's just saying like, okay,
We're just gonna watch.
we're just gonna watch this, wait it out, and then then the batter steps in, and there you go.
There you go.
Off you go.
I know you gotta go.
I know.
Thank you.
I'm missing out on birthdays.
It's okay. Well, I don't even know if we'll have time for birthdays because we
Okay.
got some news to share.
Oh, that thing.
Including this crash that happened on Division Avenue. Somebody hit a person who was walking across the road. We'll let you know what we know about that coming up next. All right, we are back to Daybreak Plus. We got to get to the rundown. Couple of stories to go over for you before we let you go. In Kalamazoo, deputies say they were responding to a call when someone shot a deputy and then led other deputies on a chase. So that person is supposed to be in court today. The deputy, by the way, still in the hospital. We're working to find out how they're doing. We expect to get a lot more information once this person is in court today to face some of those charges. We're also working to get an update on a situation in Grand Rapids. Someone hit a person walking across Division Avenue, and we know medics took that person to the hospital in critical condition, so we are just trying to figure out how they're doing now. We also expect an update at 11 o'clock this morning on cyclosporiasis in Michigan. The numbers have not been good. They have just shot up over and over again, and that is something that could happen today. So far, we know it's in 34 states with more than 5,000 cases in Michigan. That was as of July 17th. So we will get an update coming up in a couple hours here. More than 100 people have had to go to the hospital because of this. So it's been serious, and it continues to spread. The FDA also recently said they had a false positive for their Taylor Farms lettuce sample. So they haven't officially narrowed down that that's the source of the outbreak, but that's something that we could get updates on today as well. Thanks so much for watching. George will be back tomorrow, so we'll see you then for more Daybreak Plus.